Howdy, worthy creative. Settle in, take a breath. Something feels off. There's a moment a lot of creatives reach that no one really warns you about. It's not dramatic. There's no collapse, no big failure. You're still functioning. You still show up. You're still doing work that looks good from the outside. But somewhere, quietly, something stops lighting up in the way that it used to. You sit down to create, and the spark doesn't flare. It's not gone. It's just muted. And that's the strange part, because nothing's wrong enough to justify how you feel. So you keep going, and you tell yourself that it's just a phase, that you're tired, that this is what being responsible looks like. And maybe you've thought, I don't know what's wrong with me, but something feels off. If that's you, I want you to know something right away. You are not broken, and you're not alone. Most people only talk about burnout. Burnout is loud, it crashes in, it forces your attention. What you're feeling right now is different. This is quiet. This is what happens before the fire, when the light dims instead. You still care, you just don't feel connected to the caring anymore. And because it's subtle, it's easy to dismiss. You might even feel guilty for noticing it. Other people have it worse, or I should be grateful. I'm lucky to be doing this at all. So you minimize the feeling. You bury it under professionalism. You keep delivering. And from the outside, you look fine. You look successful. Inside, you feel a little further away from yourself each year. And this isn't failure. This is erosion, and it almost always begins this way. Quiet, gradual, easy to explain away. And I want to say this plainly, especially if you've never heard it before. Almost every deeply committed creative passes through this season. Not because they're weak, but because they stayed. They adapted, they endured, they learned how to survive environments that slowly asked them to trade pieces of themselves for stability. And they did it without complaining, without quitting, without burning bridges. That takes strength. So if you're here thinking, why do I feel this way if I'm still good at what I do? The answer isn't that you lost something. It's that you've been giving without being replenished. And no one taught you how to notice that kind of depletion. You're not late, you're not behind, you're early enough to listen. Here's what matters most tonight. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need a plan, you don't need motivation, you don't need to decide what comes next. All you need is to trust the signal, that quiet sense of something that deserves attention. Not panic, not action, just honesty. Because noticing the fade is not the end of your story. It's the first step back toward yourself. And if all this episode does is to help you say, okay, maybe I should listen to this feeling, then it's done its job. You're not alone in this. Take your time getting up from here. There's nothing you need to do next, no direction that you need to follow. Just be kind to yourself tonight. That is enough.